Okay guys, this is my second attempt. My first one, it did not record properly, so I'm trying this again. Hopefully it works. A lot of you guys seemed to be okay with accessing the assignment yesterday, and thank you for all those who submitted their assignments. If you still have not done that, please go into the assignment and then take a picture of what you've done and submit that so I can kind of track your work as you go. That is much appreciated. So today we are continuing on what we did yesterday, Pythagorean Theorem still, but we're just adding some word problems in there. The two examples that I'm going to do are the first two questions of the assignment. So your assignment is actually, it appears that there's 4 questions, but if you watch the video, you'll find that you actually have the solutions for the first 2. So you're really only required to do question number 3 and 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Example 1 says, what is the length of the diagonal of a computer screen that measures 28 centimeters by 21 centimeters? So a computer screen pretty much always would be a rectangle. And we know that a rectangle has corners that measure 90 degrees. So if we know that it measures 28 by 21, and the question wants to know what is the length of the diagonal. Well, the diagonal is actually the hypotenuse in this case. We know that this would be a right angle right in here. The diagonal wants to know the distance from one corner to the other. This is the longest side. It is across from the right angle. So we are going to label this as C. We will label this side as A and this side as B. Okay, so our Pythagorean theorem, which states that a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. We now substitute our values in. So with today's work, again, it's the same as yesterday. The only thing that you have to do extra is draw that diagram, and it's a very important step to it. So a squared is 28 squared plus b squared is 21 squared is equal to c squared. When we solve 28 squared, again, that's 28 times 28, or you can use the squared button on your calculator. It should give you 784 plus 21 squared, which is 441, and that's equal to c squared. When you add those together, 784 plus 441 gives you 1,225 is equal to c squared. And we want to know the value of just c, so we are going to do the square root of that and the square root there. And that gives us a value of 35. And our units up here were in centimeters, so this is also going to be in centimeters, and that's the value of c. And because it is a word problem, we like to put a therefore statement. So therefore the diagonal is 35 centimeters. So in your solutions that you're doing, remember you only have 2 questions that you're doing, so make sure that you're including a diagram, you're showing me your work, and you have a therefore statement telling me what your answer is. Okay? Example number 2. A tower is 20 meters tall. So we have this tower that we assume is meeting the ground at a right angle. Okay, so here's the tower. It's 20 meters tall. 20 meters. And it tells us that a guy wire, now a guy wire is just like a supporting wire. That there's a guy wire that's 25 meters in length, and it's secured a distance from the base. So it's 25 meters long, so that goes right along there. That is our hypotenuse. That's our longest side. This is the actual supporting wire, and it is 25 meters long. And the question wants us to find the distance from the base, which would be here, to the wire, which is here. Okay, so we're trying to find this side. We could put it as x if we wanted. We could use a variable of a or b for that. Okay, but again, we want to use a Pythagorean theorem. a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And just putting some, attaching our formula to this, we'll label this side A, this side B, and of course this side C because it is our hypotenuse. And subbing those values in, a squared gives us 20 squared. B squared, I could either leave it as b squared or I'm going to substitute x squared in because I put that variable in there. Again, it doesn't make a difference. And c squared is 25 squared. Simplifying that step, 20 times 20 gives us 400 plus x squared is equal to 25 squared. 25 times 25 is 625. And we want to isolate for x in this case, so we want to move anything else that is on the same side as x to the other side. So in this case, we are given x squared is equal to 625, and because 400 is moving from the left side of the equation to the right side of the equation, we are going to subtract 400, leaving us with 225 is equal to x squared. And we're going to take the square root of both of those. The square root of x squared leaves us with just x, and the square root of 225 is 15. And we look at our units, which are meters, and we're going to conclude with our therefore statement, saying therefore the wire is 15 meters from the base, or the bottom, of the tower. Okay, so I hope you guys followed along with those. Again, not a lot new today. Your assignment is to complete the other two questions that were on that sheet. So there was 4 word problems altogether. I did the first 2. There should be 2 more on there. Also, your assignment for today, you need to go into the quizzes section and there should be a quiz there. It's only a 3-question quiz, but you should be able to do that right on the course site. And I think it might even give you feedback right away. I'm not entirely sure on that, but yeah. Okay, hope you guys have a great day.